What's going on, everybody? It's me, Shane. I'm here to give you my review for Digimon Beatbreak Episode 9, entitled Utopia. And before I go any further, please hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of more reviews like this one. And my Patreon link is in the description below. Please give it a click. Donate whatever you can. I truly appreciate those who have donated and those who are watching right now. Also, leave a comment and share the video. So, remember I said I'm giving it to 10 episodes. So I am going to be cautiously optimistic because this episode gave me a lot of what I've been, I don't want to say looking for, but I guess what I've been feeding off of in this series is like the lore and the character work. Tomoro is not being a D-bag, at least right now he's not being, right? This is all about Makoto. So let's, I gotta find time to talk about our Digimon in this episode, but first, let's go ahead and talk about some lore about the Shangri-La Egg. Now, again, it looks like there's 3 of these things. There's gold one, they look like there's a red one in the distance, they look like there's a green one down somewhere, pardon me, and so maybe there's several, right? But they're in this water, and even though they look, obviously, you gotta have some distance aspect ratios, right? So while they look like, oh, okay, those can be big buildings, no, they are like huge, not Thunderdomes, but huge, I guess, societies within themselves, right? The people don't have to leave; they can live and work in the egg. I'm not really at a loss for words for explaining it, but let's talk about when you go in here. First of all, you take a bus and you go through a scanner. So they scan your Sapotama. They scan your eggs to get into the egg so they know who you are. If you got a day pass, you can only go to shopping areas. Anyone who is in someplace authorized will be punished. Okay, you say yourself, okay, that's fine. That doesn't matter, right? That makes sense. You can't just go anywhere willy-nilly. But here's the thing that we learn furthermore about this place. I gotta go through here because we get the exposition from the, I guess, tour guide overhead things, right? It's called a true utopia that humanity built after that horrible disaster. I'm gonna say again, what in the hell was the disaster? We are skirting around it without just coming out and saying it. And I'm going to predict this right now. I don't know when this is going to happen. Maybe after we get to episode 10, maybe in the next 5, right? Maybe when we finally meet some of the cleaners that are from the Shangri-La Egg, the big 5, the 5 stars, whatever those guys are called, right? Maybe we'll get some details from them, or maybe Tom, because I got a feeling Tomoro's going to go, by the way, what was that disaster? I happen to not be born during that time. What is it? Why are we skirting around it? But we can tell something happened. I'm going to go out on a limb. And remember, this is episode 9 review. I'm saying this. So if somebody with a better memory than me, remember when I'm saying this, I bet we're going to find out that it was a massive Digimon that did this. There's a Digimon that I think the English name is called Cosmicmon, but the Japanese name is Satellite-mon, because this thing is as big as a freaking satellite. Its composition is like a space shuttle, a satellite. The thing is huge. So I'm going to call it right now. A Digimon that big did this, and someone was like, oh no, this world that we accidentally contacted, they did this and they coming through the eggs, kill them all. That's just my guesstimation, but we keep skirting around. What is it? Because they are highlighting that it's safe from typhoons, tsunami. I thought the plural for tsunami was tsunamis and earthquakes. So any disaster. What disasters happen? Obviously tsunamis and earthquakes happen, because you see with Tomoro, like his home, things are tilted into the water. Where the Glowing Dawn, their headquarters and where they live, is a broken bridge section where they have to float along a boat to get there. So obviously there's been some tsunami, some earthquakes, and probably a couple of maybe a typhoon or two, right? Also interesting, everything is, again, still in English. So they're using the English words like champions, ultimates, of those natures, right? So I really wish I knew how the Japanese audience is receiving this show, but I digress. So, all happiness is guaranteed. Their business, I already told you, business and life are all taken care of there. And whatever you want, a drone delivers it. Okay, lazy. And you guess they never saw Wall-E. Their security is flawless, even though our heroes have their guy go in. Makoto goes in, hacks the system, replace Two Faces with their own, with Reina and Tomoro, and they're able to get in. Yeah, sure. Flawless, buddy. And anyone with a criminal record is not allowed to live there. This ties into the further narrative of our enemy cleaners. Which, again, I gotta give them credit. I'm cutting myself off, but one of the things I was hoping for, at least, especially in Ghost Game, enemy tamers, right? I'm gonna call them cleaners because I don't like owners. So enemy cleaners, that seems to be a thing that's going on right now. And we're gonna get back to that crime part, but it's a place where only the successful can live. That's what Reina was saying. And then, matter of fact, Reina and Tomoro was still surprised that people actually had to go to work there, because they just seemed like, oh, it's Utopia, you don't got to do nothing. No, they still got to do something. The person they were asking about, the Goldnumemon, he has to go to a meeting. You see a doctor, has 3 surgeries. Makoto was born here. That's why Makoto can get in. We later find out from the asshole Haruko. Seems like people named Haruko are 50-50 assholes or sweethearts. And actually we find out from Makoto himself. I'm going to scroll down a little bit more, because I actually want to talk about Makoto next. People there are ideal driven, right? You know, they listen to the Sapotama so they can get to the high end. He was born in the high end block. It's the very tippity top of the Eggity Egg, right? And wanting to remain with the Digimon are grounds to be driven out, because if anybody who's given birth to one, they're deemed as unideal. So that's why Makoto is gone. Makoto didn't want to give up Chiropmon, considers Chiropmon his partner, right? Apparently Makoto, her dad, committed fraud apparently and was banished. So when Makoto has a flashback of her, which is kind of crazy because Makoto is like, what? Let's say Tomoro's 16, let's say Reina's 17. Makoto's like, what? 13 or 10, between 10 and 13. He remembers when he was a little bitty baby and the little girl was a bitty baby. She was crying. He's like, oh, where you going, girl? And whatever. She's total bitch in this, just flat out. Makoto also reveals to her, because her and her dumbass, evil ass daddy, who I think his name is Sonny, because the way we're introduced to them is crazy. We're introduced to them where they want to get information from, I guess this guy's a broker. And they're like, give us the information. Dude's like, nah, what do you mean? I heard you guys really need a lot of money. What's going on, dude? And he can't even answer that. He tells his daughter to use Shademon to take him over and get all the information. That's how they found out about the 3 Goldnumemon worth 600K. And of course, Reina's like, yeah, we can do this. They're just champions, right? We can go and take care of this. Champion adult level, just the next one up. I'm still lamenting the fact that no one besides our main leader, who can go into Ultimate, and Reina, who's the number 2, can go into Champion. I digress. So Makoto tells us that homeboy can never get a decent job, which that is such a red flag on Shangri-La, because you get a criminal record, you can never get a job. Now, you know, certain criminal activities, yeah, I get. But if someone stole like a turkey, because my family's hungry, although you would expect them to not steal there in Utopia if you work that hard. But it seems like anyone who wants to get to this place, just like in the real world, there's no such thing as an ethical billionaire. People have done shady things and continue to do shady things to amass that type of insane wealth. Just like we saw last episode with that asshole kid. It was like, you better not tell him. And with the whole crazy eyes, it seems like anyone who is striving to get there and then to get to the tippity top of that place, they are willing to do some horrible things, to cover up some things, and just be is it amoral or immoral? Or is it both? To be a jerk, right? So this is further along this lore of, okay, this place was built by humanity, probably made by Digimon because it's an egg, right? because of all these things, get to the tippy top, be your ideal self. Hey, people on the outside, you can get inside by being great. That's, yeah, no. I like the theme of this entire, I don't call it season, let's call it series. This series within the Digimon franchise. This series, the Beatbreak series, I like the theme of class wars, considering people glitches or things glitches. If this thing does not rock with what is called the norm, does it deserve to be deleted and killed? Oh, that kind of can, because I've been saying that Tomoro gives like hints of being on the spectrum. Does this also talk about, hey, you can't count out people or want to get rid of people who do not fit society's idea of norm, of being normal. I like the theme here. Now I'm gonna need a little bit more of the Digimon isms to pull up, because you're doing great with the storytelling. You're doing great with the character work. Even when Tomoro gets on my nerves, you're still doing great with that character work. But please get this guy to Digivolve. Please. Please. Obviously, he says Dane for kind of like Bate Dio. Obviously, he's gonna become a ninja, a gecko ninja. Turn him into a gecko ninja soon. I don't know what Chiropmon's going to turn into. Please turn into a cute bat ninja too. It has a hoodie. Like, oh my goodness. Chiropmon, the baby. Anyway. I got some pictures. We can talk about some pictures here. Here's some preliminary picture of Haruko. They want to live back in the Shangri-La Egg. And it's crazy. Because Makoto did tell us that the Digimon, and here's the stuff going in English right here. This is how they got in. I know you can barely read that. I apologize. What is it? It's Hikarigahama. They took a bus, all in English. This is Gekomon being excited about seeing a giant golden turd, which Reina told Tomoro, don't say turd. Oh, we got a new cut in too, by the way. This, okay, might be my bias, because I like Chiropmon's design a lot. I think that's probably like the best cut in they've done. Oh, and let's look at Goldnumemon inside the show before I run down who the Digimons are. Paralyzing Echo. Man, the fact that the rookies can do moves that can hurt champions a lot easier, I like it. But when you come against some of these stronger Digimon, you guys, please hurry up and evolve. I digress. So, Cleaner versus Cleaner, right? And we left off on an interesting cliffhanger. I'm surprised I didn't take a picture of that. I didn't. So, Cleaner versus Cleaner. Homeboy being Sunny, Haruko's daughter, Haruko's dad, wants an item to get back into the Shangri-La Egg. But when he finds out, he's like, oh, that's a Chiropmon talking to Sunny, going, hey, man, not Sunny, talking to the other guy, saying, hey, sorry about what we did, but hey, Chiropmon, right? I tell you what, you can have the pocket change, because we're going to take it. And he even manipulates and tricks his daughter into taking, because she's like, yeah, don't you want that Chiropmon? She's like, well, that's Makoto's. He's like, yeah, you're right. You wouldn't want to separate the two. She goes, no, I want it, because she hates the fact that the Numemon are weak, even though they are actively kicking butt. We also find that the Goldnumemons eat metal, so the poop is really metallic particles, which can hurt you. I digress. And Shademon is her Digimon that goes in, can take over humans. And Digimon, we see that they go in these old folks' apartment, take them over, and they're Sapotamas. This is how you do storytelling, and it makes sense, because while you are telling the audience what's going on, I like the fact that it's a little bit more subtle than you would think, because the old couple's eggs, they go, hey, you haven't moved in an hour, is everything okay? Huh? What's going on? We see her in the refrigerator eating stuff, throwing stuff, lamenting the fact that Makoto say, yeah, no, our Digimon are reflections of ourselves. And she's like, this thing, because she slapped the shit out of Shademon, going, you disgust me. And everyone's like, damn, you treat your partner like that? You throw things away. Makoto remembers her as being like a shy, quiet, gentle girl. Obviously through her father's manipulations, because once his daughter became a partner, had a Digimon partner, made her become a cleaner. So obviously he brought out the wickedness in her. Even the show for next week shows her becoming like some type of demon thing, merging with Shademon. Shademon seems unbelievably loyal to her. So in other words, because the Digimon have personalities of their partners, obviously she wants to be accepted by her dad really, really bad, just like Shademon wants to be accepted by her. I can't wait for Shademon to break free and go crazy on her ass. But I digress. Towards the end, they already got all three Goldnumemons. They tricked them to get in there. She takes Chiropmon, makes it eat her E-Pulse, and it does condense echo because I know Geckomon, not Wolvermon, I forget the name of the smaller one, but it attacks both of them while they're going to attack it. That's the cliffhanger. She keeps telling Chiropmon, it's your fault. You're holding Makoto back because Makoto can't stay here. Makoto doesn't seem to give a shit. Makoto being born here and still having a good heart means that, hey, the old man is like, oh, you think you're better than me with that? Because he's a cool. Hold on a second, you all, because this is in my notes too. I'm sorry. His last name is Cavalier. Captain Crunch, Onji. And he's like, oh, you think you're so much better than me. First of all, motherfucker, that's a little boy. That little boy ain't thinking like that. He's not like you. Like all these people that want to be here and get to the top are just assholes. And he's like, I took one risk, and me taking that one risk, I can't come back. Well, you're pretty much showing you're an asshole. Manipulating your daughter, tackling a little kid, stealing. I don't like the Shangri-La Egg structure, but yeah, you kind of deserve to be kicked out of every place. So let's take a look at Goldnumemon, yo. Give you some, if I can get a better picture. I know Numemon, the green Poopamon. I do like the fact that this is the champion. It's the Mega Form, Platinum Numemon. I know Platinum Numemon. Very strong Digimon. Platinum with these type of wings. Let me read about it a little bit. Adult champion. Mutation Digimon. Virus type for the Metal Empire. A subspecies of Numemon whose whole body shines gold. It also specializes in aerial attacks as a result of gaining wings. It takes in gold data from mines in the digital world and has more defensive power than Numemon. One would have to expect to have grown fond of cleanliness with its shining gold. Excuse me. Talk about shining up a turd, right? But its special move is continuously throwing gold poop. Gold durian rush, like durian the fruit. I've never had a durian before. Also, its gold excrement is a gigantic poop it throws. This Digimon showed up. Apparently, there was an anime. It was a Hacker's Memory Pokonsu Quest. I guess a little anime thing. I'm going to look that up. But this thing's mostly from video games, right? Then Shademon. And I said to myself, didn't we see the Digimon a Digimon 2020 reboot? Incorrect, says me, right? We didn't see this thing here. We did see a version of this in Cross Wars manga, where it didn't joined up with the girl Nene. It's a Digimon that was used by Dark Knightmon. I love Dark Knightmon. One of the few good things from Cross Wars. It's a champion, unknown species, or composite Digimon that is a virus type. It's a Digimon with no substance that haunts the shadows of humans. Digimon and feeds on the despair of the hunted opponent and transforms it into its own nourishment. It is said that which Phoenix Digimon it evolves to varies by the amount ingested. Its special moves are continuously displaying illusions of being knocked to the ground 10,000 times, free death fall, and its other move is manipulating the surrounding Digimon to assault the enemy. And the move is called Kill Me. Literally, this thing jumps in shadows going, kill me. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, they have the scene on Love You Wikimon. Scene where she gets ready to slap it. Has that little face. Kind of reminds you of Van Helsing. I thought this Digimon was this guy here. Oh, stop it. I thought it was Okay, you're gonna just be an a-hole. Aizmon. Aizmon was in 2020 reboot. Now apparently these are both champion / adult level Digimon. Maybe they have a common rookie form. I think this is Aizmon's ultimate form. I do remember this. Talk about Van Helsing. I haven't seen that anime in a long time. But yes. Right. Soundbirdmon turns into Aizmon Scatter Mode, turns into Aizmon, turns into Nidhoggmon. Forgot how we got there, but that's how we got there. And I'm pretty sure Soundbirdmon, which was the little thing that's basically a bat, but they called it Soundbird. If you give me 2 seconds, there we go. Always got to remind. Yeah, that thing right there. You saw it for 2 seconds. That's fine. Oh, no, you didn't. There you go. Yeah. That thing right there. Pretty sure Shademon turns into that. But yeah, no. Closely related Digimon. All in all, I do give this episode a 4 out of 5 because of Makoto lore, because of Shangri-La Egg lore. Please stop skirting. Just tell us what the damn disaster was. Okay. I'll level with you. This is me. I hate to say this is me future-proofing my reviews. Because again, I give into episode 10, then I go, okay, then I'm going to start being a little bit more harsh. Because I'm looking for certain stuff. I like the fact that we're keeping up lore. We're keeping the dialogue and the character stuff making sense, right? Yeah, sure. I think it was last week episode, a little bit of 8, maybe a little bit of 6, where I'm like, some of that stuff don't make sense. But I get it. I get it here. I understand what's going on. I like showing more of why this Utopia is not a Utopia. Apparently Kyo's gonna be going against somebody. Like, let someone put a gun on him. Interesting seeing what becomes of that, but I like the lore. I like what we're seeing. Apparently someone can give another person's Digimon with their egg an E-pulse. I mean, the eyes look like the Shademon eyes, but then turn back normal. I'm just hoping Chiropmon evolves at the end of the episode. Chiropmon wants to be stronger. You know how you can be stronger, right? Transforming into a bigger bat with a cooler hood and just crosshair. It's gonna either have a gun or a bow, because I just realized the eye is crosshairs. So I can see it just being like bird Chiropmon, like chirp chirp. I can see that. 4 out of 5. I like that. And just the fact that I don't have like super, like, my notes are detailed, but I don't have super long things to say. I like that because I was very much engaged. Watch this episode for sure. I'm hoping that next week puts a nice little bookend on this. So 4 out of 5. It's definitely above average, especially with the small bits of storytelling that they give. I'm glad the exposition makes sense and who's giving it and how it's given to us. So 4 out of 5. I love that we're doing cleaner versus cleaner. So it's like a tamer versus tamer thing. I need to see more of that, because we got a hint of that with the Kinoko boys, the Mushroom boys. I'm glad we're expanding that even more. Let's keep that going. Hopefully they get one of those Numemons. And hopefully they don't get these ones killed too. So let me know what you thought of the episode. Let me know what you thought of my review in the comment section down below. Please do not forget to like the video, share the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of more reviews like this. And visit my Patreon, that link down below. Guys, thank you for taking some time out and listening to me talk about Digimon Beatbreak. Can't wait for next week's beat. So be good, be blessed, wash your hands, drink some water, stay warm out there, be safe out there. Things are still crazy, so please be safe. And I know holiday season can be very rough, especially on your emotions. You know, it looks like it's 8 o'clock at night when it's 4 p.m. So please reach out to someone if you're feeling down, if you're feeling sad, you're feeling depressed. Please talk to somebody. There are people out there who would rather talk to you today than to miss you and mourn you tomorrow. I promise you that. You want to talk to me? My social medias are in the description below. Give me a follow, say hello, be mellow, and we'll be good to go. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. You make sure you keep that beat.